Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. Today is the day you submit Portfolio 3, or maybe next Wednesday, some of you. About half of you took the extension, so heads up, I probably won't start grading those until I have everybody's. But get those in if you don't have an extension, and make sure you email me with your packets. Regardless of whether or not you have an extension, we are starting Portfolio 4. So, home stretch, everybody. Most people find Portfolio 4 to be relatively painless. It's kind of a little bit more chill coming off of Portfolios 2 and 3, so I'm hoping you also find that. So as we head into Portfolio 4, it's time to read the assignment sheet. So I'm going to tell you to pause me, and read the assignment sheet. Okay, so Portfolio 4. It is time to be thinking about audience, purpose, context, and tone. The point of Portfolio 4 is to take the same research you did in Portfolio 2 and that you presented in Portfolio 3, and this time you are presenting it to an entirely different audience. It's a specific popular audience, so a lot of things are going to be different. Your tone's going to be totally different. You're not trying to do that dry academic kind of boring tone. You're going to try and be engaging, possibly entertaining, but definitely interesting. You want it to be something where people want to keep scrolling, want to keep reading. The purpose is going to be different. You might be going for entertaining, you might be going for persuasive. Maybe it's like a call for the reader to be spurred to action. You can actually include your own opinion in this one. You're going to think of a particular audience that would want to read this piece. So you're not just writing for a general audience. Yes, you're writing for a popular audience, but that doesn't mean just like, oh, anyone will want to read this. Because it's a magazine article, you want to think about where might it be published. The audience for National Geographic is very different than the audience for Sports Illustrated. So the writing is going to be different as well. And so you're going to be thinking about that. You also don't want to write an article that's already been written 1,000 times and that just sort of confirms everything that the audience already believes. That is boring. Nobody wants that. So you want to pick a specific angle that's something different that people haven't read before, and maybe something that challenges the audience's beliefs or surprises them or in some ways is going to be new. So you might need to, if your research is pretty broad, you might need to pick something that's a little bit specific as part of it. It's like, what was the most interesting thing that you came across? Remember, you don't have to use all of the same research articles. You only have to use some of them, and you can supplement with some other stuff. So rather than trying to present everything you learned, just focusing a little bit. You can also weave in some of your own experience if that applies to your topic. And also, I want to tell you, it's kind of like a mashup of all the previous portfolios. So if you think back 800 years ago to Portfolio 1, and think about all the skills you learned related to storytelling and golden details and ways of engaging the reader, and you want to bring all of those to this process as well, and think about how you can sort of mix that in with how to explain research. And explaining really technical scholarly research in a way that is going to be accessible to a popular audience is really difficult, but it's a really important skill. It's something that certainly throughout the rest of college, and if you go on to do any kind of grad school, it's going to become more and more important. Like, a lot of my colleagues are still kind of learning how to do that, and we have like workshops that teach people how to like talk about their research in a normal person kind of way. And so if you're already able to think about like, who is your audience, what kind of tone, what is your purpose, then you're already kind of like ahead of that. So, I had a couple of announcements. So you're going to start today with charting your route, which is the first checklist item. And it asks you to literally draw a diagram of beautiful brains, the National Geographic article you read for today. I know some people had trouble with the initial link. I put a PDF of it on there in case there was a paywall problem. Anyway, so you're going to literally draw a diagram of that. If that doesn't make any sense or you don't know how to do it, I'm going to post a blog post that talks about kind of visualizing story structures. It's actually about radio programs and how you can kind of like visualize the way that they're put together, and that might help you. The second part of it asks you to start thinking about your own research and how you might turn it into this research-based magazine article. It does ask you to be working with a partner today, and just to be talking about your ideas about what it is you might do. I read through the Google form that you all submitted about partners and kind of where you all are timeline wise. Those of you in section K, you're all going to keep your partners. You all seem to be on pace with your partner. Section G, about half of you have gotten out of sync with your partners in terms of timelines. Like one of you is taking an extension, the other one isn't. So I mixed those people up and gave you new partners who are on the same timeline as you, hopefully. So I'll be posting those lists. So please get in touch with your new partner as quick as you can so you can start working together and figure out what is the plan for you to sort of get the work done for this portfolio. Let's see, for Friday, you have some reading to do. There's a few articles that are all models of different ways to go about doing a research-based magazine article. So read those, and you also need to sign up for your consultation for next week. Those will be Monday and Tuesday, and there will be no class. I mean, there's never really class, but there will be no class on Monday, so as to make time for us all to talk. So that is what I have for you for today. As always, email me with questions. I do have office hours today if you want to sign up for those. Otherwise, I will talk with all of you next week, and I will make you another video for Friday. All right. Goodbye, everybody. Take care.